So, this is another quick video about a strange phasing glitch you can use to gear up super fast for PvP in patch 10.2 to effectively gain an army of players to fight for you in free-for-all zones. At the start of the season, this is the fastest way to gear up. If you do not know how this glitch works, you will miss out and fall behind on the gear curve. So this is the first week of patch 10.2, and if you look for Honor and Conquest gear, you'll notice that the Honor and Conquest vendors are still selling last season's gear. Consequently, the best available PvP gear to be had is from this vendor, Fieldmaster Emberath. He's selling Hellbloom gear, which scales up to 431 in player versus environment, and a whopping eye level 473 in player versus player combat. Until the season starts properly next week, this is the best available gear for PvP, and even then, this is going to be a pretty good option, especially if you know the wonderful glitch I'm going to show you to get it super fast. You can easily get the entire set using the following trick in under a day's play and absolutely destroy PvP. The currency you will need to buy these items with is bloody tokens. Essentially what happens is that you go to a free-for-all zone in the Emerald Dream and everyone kills everyone else. It is kind of fun, but you die a lot. When you enter a free-for-all zone, everyone becomes hostile to everyone. Anytime you make a contribution to a kill, you gain a bloody token. Note that you don't have to deliver the killing blow, just tag the enemy player to receive a token. Now, because of the very high probability of being very quickly killed in a free-for-all zone, many players join 5-man groups, but even these are of limited protection given how many players can become involved in these mass battles. Now, let me show you a magical trick that gets around this. See how when I log out here, everyone is hostile, as you would expect in a free-for-all zone. Now, watch closely as I log back in. The same players of my faction, which happen to be Alliance, turn from red to green. When you log straight into a free-for-all zone, all players of your faction are effectively pacified, at least so far as you are concerned. They can still fight with each other, of course. Players of the enemy faction will remain hostile and can be killed for bloody tokens. But you just shifted the odds massively in your favour. In addition to having players of your own faction effectively as part of a raid fighting for you, you also get the benefit of any area of effect heals from same faction players. It is possible to go for very long periods without dying using this strategy, whilst generating more bloody coins than you would normally, making the whole process of gearing up much faster than it was supposed to be. Now, it is really important not to rely too much on this glitch and still do all the basics of intelligent world PvP. Very, very few players seem to understand this, but it is generally much faster to grind tokens by using AoE to tag as many players as possible, then running away very fast. The exception is, as with my hunter here, if you have very good gear, so it's faster for me to directly attack players, as I can kill them very quickly. But unless you have at least eye level 450 going into this, I wouldn't recommend this strategy. Ranged players can achieve fairly extraordinary results by simply flying into a tree above a graveyard and spraying the ground from above. You can often do this for ages before anyone actually notices you, let alone actually targets you. Technically, this is also an exploit, believe it or not. It's what Blizzard call a terrain exploit. However, you won't get banned or have any countermeasures taken against you for using either of the exploits mentioned in this video. Also, be aware that even with this glitch, one-off sources of bloody tokens are generally worth doing over basic world PvP. World quests can award up to 500 bloody tokens, more than enough for a weapon. Supply drops give 200 bloody tokens, enough for a pair of gloves or shoulders, and these can be done in minutes. So make sure you check your map to see if any PvP quests are up before entering World PvP proper. Even if the PvP quest isn't advertised that it is awarding bloody tokens and lists a gold or other reward, be aware that you will get 50 tokens for doing these regardless, something many people do not know. So it's worth doing every single PvP quest.